Good morning, everyone. Today, I have got a chance to speak something about teaching start guides in English second level. In House 10, at first I would like to thank for the director of Pratibha Public School who has given me such types of chance to speak, to discuss among all scholars. Just as you know, at present time, we have come here to learn something about the students, that how would we like to teach? How should we teach the students that our students can improve his career, his quality? And we know that all students' career are depend on the teachers. Teachers are called the nation builder. Teachers are called the nation builder because teacher we can't find, we can't get, we can't achieve our ambition whether doctor, engineer, scientist, any type of person. If you like to get, you will have to follow, you will have to respect at first your teacher. In in this condition, we are teacher. In this condition, we are teacher, so we should know how to teach our children, how our children would improve their career, because the children's career are dependent on us. And today, I have given a chance to speak something about the teaching start guys in English secondary level. Means at first I would like to tell you that you are I would like to tell you that we are the teacher of CBSE board, and our all subjects are in English medium. So in this condition, our first language should be English, not in Hindi. Because Hindi is the first language in CBSE board. All subjects are in English medium. So at first we should try to speak before our students always in English because English is not only the subject of a student that the student will pass in the examination, but English is an international language. English is the eyes of education. English is the light of education. Without English, we can't do in education. Nowadays, English has become a worldwide language, a global language. When you know that English is much younger than Sanskrit, Urdu, Farsi, Telugu, Maghi, any types of language. All languages have come in this world. After that, in 5th century, English has come in Asia. In Asia from German trees. In Asia from German trees. And English is the easiest language among languages. English is the easiest language among English is the easiest language among languages. Anyone can learn it easily. But it depends on teachers, on us, that how shall we make all students understand equally, and how should I teach any student? Just as today is my topic, is secondary level. Means what is the meaning of secondary level? Means how should we make our student learn English at a first level, second level, third level? Means how will any student learn English, and how should we make any student learn English? Today we shall know about it. That language, just as you know, that language is not depend on book or grammar. Language is fully depend on environment. If you begin to live with Maithili Brahman, after some days you will begin to speak Maithili. And if you begin to live with Bengali, after some days you will begin to speak Bengali. Means language is just easy. Only for you should have hobby, you should have desire. How will you learn? And if you have hobby, you can learn easily. At first, we teach any student alpha, beta, letter, sentence about sentence. And today I am going to discuss about secondary level. Secondary level means I to 10. How should we teach the students of 5 to 10? And what is the most important for the student for 5 or 10? It means the students who are reading in CBSE in class 5 or 6, they should know how to speak English frequently. Today, I have given you only 8 tips. Yeah, 8 things that each and every student should know it. 8 points that all students should have knowledge in these things. At first, to understand spoken English with easy to understand English from English means the students who are reading in class 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in CBSE board, his first language is English, and he should know how to speak, how to understand, how to write English. It is most necessary for us. We should think about it that all students how will all students understand spoken just as at the present time I am speaking in English, and you understand what I am speaking. In the same way, you are teacher, so you understand. And I think that not only teacher, but my all students who are reading under 5 to 10 have quality to know how to speak English frequently. It is first thing that my students should have knowledge how to speak, how to understand English. We are teacher, we should think it at first that How will my student understand my language English? How will my students understand English to English? Nowadays, some students are so that they can read, but they don't understand what is the meaning of the sentence. And tell me that without understanding, how can he define? When any child will understand the question, after that he can answer. Without understand question, how can he answer? So he should have at first knowledge to speak and to understand anything, any book, any subject in English medium because the students are in CBSE board and their all subjects are in English medium, not in Hindi medium. So in this condition, he should always. So in this condition, he should always he should have always knowledge in spoken and to understand. And second thing is so that to read English comprehension at a reasonable speed, to speak simple English correctly and fluently. Means the students who are reading in CBSE board, he should be in the habit of speaking always in English, not in Hindi. Because the students have come here to learn English, not learn Hindi. Hindi is taught in Bihar board and English is taught in CBSE board. In this condition, we should always try to speak among the students in English, and we should always advise all the students that the students who are reading 5 to 10 should be also in the habit of speaking always in English. And he should try to speak. He should try to speak because there are many difference between a speaker and a translator. Just you know that anyone can be a good translator, but anyone can't be a good speaker. Because just as I told that English spoken is not depend on Google grammar, it is depend on practice, it will depend on environment. And I think that school is a good environment for the students because all students' target is same and all the students make such types of environment because all target is same and it is necessary for us that we should advise to all the students that they should always try to speak in English, not in Hindi. And second, third, the student who reads in class 5 to 10, he should have well knowledge to read comprehension at a reasonable speed. With just as you will have read assignment, yeah, you will have taught your students to assignment. And assignment is such as a book for CBSE board that each and every pattern is given in this book. No doubt this book is most important and it has lots of treasury of comprehension. So means you all students should have knowledge in comprehension. All students should have knowledge to read comprehension at a reasonable speed. Here, reasonable speed means some students are so CUT cut and some students speak fluently. That means the students who are reading after 5, yeah, till 5, yeah, 5 to 9, 5 to 9 or 10. Now, they should not have any problem at the time of reading and at the time of understanding any comprehension because it is a base of CBSE board. So our students should have certain knowledge in this. And fourth, the students who reads under 9 or 10, he should have well knowledge to pronounce the words correctly, any to the decode means the students who read in class 5 to 10 who should have mind to understand and he should have knowledge to speak any word. His pronunciation should be also clearly that anyone can understand it easily. If you speak any word before anyone, you should speak clearly. You should speak clearly so that any student should not have understand, should not have any problem to understand your sentence. It means my student should have such of knowledge and his own word pronunciation should be correctly and when they speak any word, they speak correctly. And five to produce simple and meaningful sentence. And it means when the students have begun to read in 5 to 10, they should have knowledge that they should make a simple sentence, a compound sentence, a complex sentence. They should have mind to think, to write anything by imaging. If you imagine, you can write it. It depends on you, and without imaging, how can you write it? It means if you know anything in Hindi, you can also translate that in English. It, it should be have the knowledge of my all students. And second, and at last 6 to be engaged in conversation in English. It means just I told you that conversation is very necessary because you can be a good translator and you can not be a good speaker. And you cannot be a good speaker. If you want to be a speaker, at first you will have to break your hesitation. And just as you know that hesitation is a great disease for the students. So it is at first it should be our duty that we are teacher. When we are in the class, we should behave like friendly. We should be impressive. We should be impressive, and our face should be smiling. That any student should not fear from my language. Yeah, any student should not fear from me. Otherwise, otherwise, any student will not ask any question to you. So we should show a certain things about it that our student can ask any question frequently to the teacher. So our teacher behave should be so that the student should not have any problem. And we should always think to engage in a conversation. When we are in the class, We should make a such types of environment. We should make a such types of environment, and we should convey all the students that any student will not speak in Hindi in the class. All the students will speak always in English in the class. I think that within 5 days, 10 days, or 15 days, yeah, 1 month, all the students will begin to speak English, because just as we know that the children who don't know how to write Hindi, who don't know how to speak Hindi, they are in the habit of speaking always Angika or Trade. But in this condition, if the children begin to go to any convent, in any good school, I think that within 10 days, 15 days, that the children begin to speak uncle, father, sister. It means the children begin to speak in Hindi. In this condition, language is not depend on book or grammar. It is fully depend on practice. So we are teacher. We should advise all the students that all the students should make a such type of environment where every person will try to speak English, and they should discuss among their friends, and they should come out sometime for a spoken properly, because no doubt dear, English is the light of education. English is not only your subject that you will pass in your examination. Nowadays, each and everything, just as academic, medicine, invention, each and everything is fully dependent on English. And I think that the children will not have desire, but children's parents will have desire, sure and certain. So they have sent to in any good school for learning English. Otherwise, the students would also read in Bihar board, and they would be given many things by government, but they are not taking. They have avoided each and everything. They have come to CBSE board in. They have come to read in CBSE due to English. So I think. That it is the second. It is the second level. It is the second level. Second level. Second level means when the students will go 5 to 10, he should they should also engage in conversation among their friends. They should talk each other, and they should have also knowledge to write neatly and correctly and responsibly. Means neatly. Neatly means you will know that some students are so in our class that they are unable to write anything. They are in the habit of watching, yeah, they are in the habit of copying from another students. They are unable to write a script. But we should make, we should check, we should notice such types of students. If any student is in our class, we should give him some writing task, because writing skill and speaking both are dependent on practice. Without practice, anything can't be possible. Okay, so the students should have knowledge to write neatly and correctly. Reasonable speed means the student can write any page within 5 minutes, yeah, within 10 minutes. And if the student who is writing any page at least 1 hour, 2 hours, it is not so because they have passed first level. At present time, they are reading in second level, so they should have such type of knowledge. And at last, to read and comprehend stories in silent in a school setup, and understand from English newspaper. Just as I told you that in the students who have come to 5 to 10 have well knowledge, have such types of knowledge that they can understand not only their subject but also newspaper, yeah, any magazine. If they are given, they are able to read. And just as you know that language is divided two parts. First part is grammar and second part is composition. I think that after teaching composition, any student will, yeah, any student should not have any problem if we teach well in our class. If all teachers will think about it, that our school, our children may come out the first student, not only at Katihar but also in India. Sure and certain my student can do, but each and everything is fully depend on our teacher, that how should I teach, how should our student have mind to understand or not, and they are so. It is depend on teacher that we should notice in the class that who are we should notice in the class that who are able to write neatly or not and who are unable. If any student is unable to write speedily, in that condition, it is our duty, we should notice and we should give him extra task to complete at first writing skill, because writing, speaking is most important for a CBSE board. If any student is reading in CBSE board due to English, and he should have well knowledge in English, I hope I hope that you will have understood what did I tell you, and now I am going to tell you that it is my first plan, it is my only eighth plan that I will try to complete in my class on time, and these are necessary for each and every student who is reading five, who is reading 5 to 10 in this condition, it is necessary. And it is our house training, and in house training we should learn many things, that how shall we prepare, how shall we prepare examination for next year. And if all teacher care it, sure and certain, our student can do it. And it was the main point for secondary level in English literacy. If we are teacher, we should think at first about it. Okay, thank you.